So many new updates in this upcoming patch. No blood nerf, a bunch of buffs instead, and even unlimited reworks. Not only that, but also a brand new limited time format. Let's talk about it. So the balance update is a very interesting one. I think they went a different direction than a lot of us expected by buffing / changing like 12 billion cards instead of just nerfing the one deck that is the biggest issue in the format. It's an interesting approach. I don't know if it's the right approach. I do like, on the whole, I am okay with the idea of buffing cards to match the power of a stronger deck, but I think buffing everything to match the power of one deck is a little bold, let's say. So first, they're sort of unnerfing Mysteria by making Arcade Instruction back to 1 cost. It's still not as good as gonna be back in the day because of the Ginger nerf, so keep that in mind. Ginger has not been unnerfed. Tetra is now a 3/3/3, which means it's usable on the first evolve turn going second, which the fact that it wasn't before is hilarious. I will say though, I don't think that buff is, it's good, but I don't know. I still think you're gonna struggle getting all the pieces in time for the Tetra Ginger combo, but hey, maybe this does help out. And the big one of this batch here is the Agile buff from 3 to 1 play point is absolutely insanity, right? That's insane. That's really, really good. So maybe Artifact Portalcraft finally playable after being in tier 4 all this time. Next, Benevolent Mother now is a 6/6 on Evo and heal 6 instead. Very good for, you know, Natura Dragon basically. Sword also makes use of this card once in a while, so it's good. It's good stuff. I don't think it's the problem with Valdane necessarily was that Benevolent Mother wasn't good enough. I will say though, the fact that the stats increase and letting it trade over 5/5s while still healing you is very much appreciated. So it's much less awkward to find a trade target for the Benevolent Mother now. Next, Avatar of Growth now procs on 2 amulets instead of 3. Making it easier to recur over and over again. I feel like a lot of Latica lists cut this card already though, but maybe now the pure Latica version instead of the Iris Latica version can come back because Avatar of Growth is easier to proc in the mid game. So that's something to keep in mind. Kind of nice. Untold Kick has been unnerfed, so the Transmute is now unconditional. Which is good because Sword is sort of in the dumpster right now. I mean, like, if you take a look at the buff pattern, buffing Portal the most, buffing Sword the most because they're the worst classes at the moment, so it makes sense. Arts of Trust now deals 2 instead of 1. I don't think that's actually that relevant. I don't know, that seems like not that important to me, but hey, who knows? Maybe the Tetra bros can cook something with that. I think it's not that big a deal though. I don't even know if Tetra played this card that much, did they? Not really. And finally, I mean, not finally. When I say finally, I mean I'm dreading this. That's what I mean to say, because Dragonborn Striker unnerfed now evolves at 3 defense yet again. So buff coming back. I mean, it did sort of fall off with the removal of like Drazael and all them. So buff coming back to prominence potentially. I mean, the high roll has always been there still, right? This just means that you can play it with Blooming Dancer now, which helps you get your, what's it called? The Coral Spirit back. So you can play that variant now instead to make up for the lack of Drazael. Even though you don't have Alice anymore, all those evolves are still very good for you because of Coral Spirit, so that's kind of nice. Anyway, that's kind of terrifying. The high roll is back. Next, Alina now puts 4 Keen Edges instead of 2. I think that's too much. I think that's not, I don't know if that's good. I think that's too many. I mean, it does help you activate your Agile more consistently, but I don't think you had troubles doing that anyway. And 4 Keen Edges is a lot, man. But the better news is that Altar's Plane Onslaught is now 1 cost instead of 2. That's a big deal. So you might actually slot in 1 or 2 of these now. All right. Now for the unlimited changes. Vern now is a 1 play point unconditional evolve. Bruh. So unlimited, you got some evolve gaming potential now. Not only that, but Alice now is buffed to 3 and gains Storm on 5 evolves. So Evo is happening, bros. Unlimited bros, Evo is happening. Speaking of Evo, Departed Soul Taker has been completely reworked. Now, she gets cost subtracted by 4 every time you evolve, or whenever an allied follower evolves. And now she also banishes all other followers and then does the effect. So, yeah. Evo Shadow now bringing it back in Unlimited, maybe. You know? Can even get Skeleton Raider back with this, maybe? Because of the Evoing. But yeah. They just made Evo viable in Unlimited now, is essentially what they're trying to do. And that's kind of cool. So the Vern and the Alice buffs in particular are so widely applicable. The Departed Soul Taker, and also it can't be targeted by enemy effects now too, yeah, true. The Departed Soul Taker is specifically for Shadow, giving them a new way to play the game instead of just like Atomy and BR, so that's nice. But yeah, the Evo stuff is really cool. I will say though, buffing everything rather than just nerfing Blood is kind of insane. Because I think if you nerf Blood, Shadow follows suit. Because if Blood is taken down, then like Spell Boost and Dragon can eat Shadow. So then the meta will level out because the top 2 decks are both hit. But instead of doing that, they did this instead. So, which, I don't know, we'll see how it works out, but I think on the whole, buffs are a cool thing, but I don't know, the power of Wrath is so strong that I don't know if making everything try to compete with Wrath is a good idea. It might make the game so fast that it's insane. So, but we'll see. Anyway, next. New format, Hero Battle. This was just announced literally just now. Let's talk about it. First of all, I had a streamer event called Hero Battle, and the name is the same. Interesting. Choose from 24 story characters with their own unique decks and hero skills. So, for example, if you look at this picture here, it looks like Bunny has... It's a Planeswalker! Wait! It's a Planeswalker! Wait! Do you guys know Magic the Gathering? It's literally a Planeswalker. That's fun. So the way Planeswalkers work is that they have abilities that add to their counter, and they have abilities that use their counter. So this is literally a Planeswalker. So you use the ability that adds to increase your counter while also getting a benefit. And then when you have enough counters, you can use a stronger ability instead on that turn. It's a Planeswalker. They added Planeswalkers to Shadowverse. Okay. Well, it lasts until May 6th. Let's see. Limited time format, 24 leaders. Leaders start with 25 defense. Okay. Hero skills are special abilities. They activate using Valor. The amount of starting Valor depends on the hero. No restrictions on the amount of Valor, excluding amounts below 0. You can use hero skills once per turn. Some leaders have passives, and during the match you can check the enemy hero skills. You can do it in unranked, in private, in player tournaments, and in practice. They don't count towards missions or player levels. They can't be used in story mode. They literally just added Planeswalkers to the game. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I hope that there's 24 decks, but they're all pre-built. I hope that there's not just like 3 that are good, you know? I hope that there's not just 3 that are good and the rest are bad. That would be kind of sad. I hope that all of them will like have some sauce, but Yeah, it's literally Planeswalkers. The fact that it's used in player tournaments, guys. So if you guys didn't know, every week I do a supporter-only tournament with my viewers, for people who are members of the channel. And because it's available in player tournaments, bro. Next one is Hero Battle. Chat, what do you think? Next supporter stream, Heroes Battle? Let's do it. All right, well, that's the patch notes. And of course, the new story mode is coming out too, so you can have that. Yeah, I mean, what do you think of the patch? I think Heroes Battle is amazing. That's so funny. That's so funny that they just added Planeswalkers to Shadowverse. But for the balance patch, I'm really mixed. The Unlimited patch, I love. Adding Evo as a way to play that hasn't been in Unlimited for a while. The rotation patch, I don't know, man. I mean, part of me likes the buffs. Oh, yay, my Valdane has a better mother or whatever. But part of me is also like, you could have just nerfed Wrath once instead of buffing 12,000 other things. We'll have to see how it shakes out, I guess. Well, let me know what you think. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.